Shalom, shalom, kalalal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Real quick here, just want to share this quick article from RT.com. U.S. planning new thermonuclear bomb production. I think I'm going to reopen the Nuke Watch series. Nuke Watch number 2. That's what I'm going to title the video as, Nuke Watch number 2. So this is going to be another installment of that. Last time I did a Nuke Watch was back in the year 2023. So the Spirit's on me to do it again, to go into it. Now before I get started, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS, to USA Shalom, and Shalom onto the hopeful elect. Shabbat Shalom. This is Shabbat right now. Realistically, if this was our kingdom, if we were in a utopia, perfect world, we would all be resting. Some of us are, some of us aren't, because we're in this man's system, his society. We gotta work. But if you're working, you should still be thinking about Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, of course. Meditate upon his precepts. Quoting, I believe that was King David, or I believe it was King Solomon. I think it was King David. He said, meditate upon the Lord's precepts daily. So we're supposed to be resting. But Micah 2:10 says, this place is not our rest. So we ain't gonna rest. We ain't gonna rest. But it's still good to rehearse the righteous acts. Judges 5:11, right? Now it says here, U.S. planning new thermonuclear bomb production. Like I said, link will be in the description, Lord willing. And they're making these nuclear weapons. The United States, that is. They're not making it for no reason. They're obviously going to use it if they're making it. You think these nukes are going to just sit in the silos and collect dust? Do you really believe that? They're making it for a reason. And this is really in response to Russia. And also India and Pakistan too. I believe that. But really Russia. Because Russia is telling the world that, hey man, you mess with us, you mess with our sovereignty, we won't hesitate to use them nukes. So, hey, the U.S. has to fire back. They have to show strength. Why? Because they're the hammer of the earth. They are the top superpower on the planet Earth. So they have to make a statement. And this is going into Isaiah 9:5. Now that's what I'm thinking about right now. That's the first precept that comes to mind. Because the next war that's going to be fought, it's not going to be fought conventionally. Like conventional warfare, ancient conventional warfare. That's how I want to say that. I just want to say it that way. I know it's not the right way of saying it, but I just feel like saying it that way. Because back in the ancient world, you had two armies. They would get together in the battlefield and go head to head. They'll do their war cries. They'll pull their swords out. And then they would just go at each other, slice each other up. All that blood would gush out and go on your garment. That's not how it's going to be in this time. See, the fighting is going to be done by pushing buttons. Because that's how these nukes are going to be shot off, by pushing buttons, man. That's why the scripture says, Isaiah 9:5, it's going to be burning and fuel of fire. That's how it's going to be. And one nuke, man, one bomb can take out an entire army. Yet alone a whole nation, but also an entire army, man. So you don't even need to bring soldiers, foot soldiers in the battlefield. Just shoot a nuke. That's the time we're living in. And if the Spirit is not with you, the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not with you, you should be scared, man. You should be scared. Now this is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Yeah, that's how they fought back then. They won it out. They duked it out. Went head to head. The men got together in the battlefield, did their war cries, oh, getting ready, amping themselves up and fight. And then they would just clash, man. The last man standing takes the prize. But that's how it was back then. But that's not how it's going to play out now in these times. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Yeah, it takes fuel to propel an ICBM through the sky, man. It takes rocket fuel. You got to fill that nuke up, or that ICBM up, with rocket fuel so it can fly. And then it's going to bring forth what? Fire. Because within that rocket, there's warheads. And that warhead is where the blast is going to come from. And that's going to create that lake of fire, which is the second flood. And it's going to be very catastrophic. Very catastrophic. Now it says B61-13 airdrop munitions are expected to be in full production later this year. The U.S. is planning to launch the first production of its new thermonuclear gravity bomb variant next month. According to the country's nuclear security agency, the B61-13 will be a modification using B61 warheads, which hit full production in 1968, modernized with newer electronics and control features like a tail kit, effectively turning it into a guided munition. The warhead's maximum yield is around 360 kilotons, 24 times that of the bomb dropped by the U.S. on Hiroshima. 24 times stronger, bro. So if this is 24 times stronger than Hiroshima, or the bombing that happened on Hiroshima, don't you think that this type of bomb can move the earth, especially if you have multiple bombs like these going off simultaneously? And that's actually going to happen, pursuant to biblical prophecy, because that's actually found in Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20, and it reads, "The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage." Yeah, it's gonna stagger like a person that's drunk, wobbling back and forth and up and down, man. So this earth is going to move. It's going to shake. It's going to quake when these nukes drop. And Lord help you if you don't have a hedge around you. Lord help you. We would all be extinct if it wasn't for the elect, because them nukes would have been shot off already. I'm just thinking about it, because that's found in Matthew, the 24th chapter and the 22nd verse. You guys are lucky. I'm talking about you people on the planet, man. You guys are lucky that the elect is here, because you would have been done extinct. But yeah, man, this earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. And the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high. Yeah, like you people that worship these different gods, man. Because your gods ain't going to save you in that day. Look what happened to them Philistines in the ancient world when they set the ark beside Dagon, that false god. What did the Lord do? Because the scripture says, "Thou shalt have no other powers before me, and no gods sit beside me, no other gods sit beside me." So he showed that. He actually physically showed that. He destroyed Dagon. He destroyed that idol. So your gods, man, are not going to help you in that day. Your gods and them demons that you worship are not going to have any answers for you. They're not going to save you from this judgment. The hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. Yeah, these different rulers, they're going to be thrown into slavery too, pursuant to Psalms 149. Or we're going to bind their nobles and kings with chains and fetters of iron. Yeah. You kings of the earth are going to be taken down, man. But the main point is in verse 20. Reel to and fro like a drunkard. This earth is going to shake, man. And from reading this, I can see that. 24 times that of the bomb dropped by the U.S. on Hiroshima. You don't know what Hiroshima is? It's the bombing that happened in World War II. The U.S. bombed Japan. Little boy and fat boy. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Infamous. When the world saw that, man, the world got scared. And that bombing was very serious, man. That was a very dangerous bombing. Very dangerous. So 24 times stronger than that. Think about that. How do you think the earth is going to look after that? Not good. Not good. Now, I got another one. This is Revelation chapter 6. I always bring this out. Revelation chapter 6, verse... Let's start at verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And that mighty wind is found in Revelation, the 7th chapter. And then 4 angels are holding back that mighty destroying wind. Excuse me. They're holding it back right now. They're holding it back. But hey, when the Lord gives the order, hey, let that wind loose, there's no stopping it. And that wind is going to be fatal. So the stars of heaven is going into the ICBMs. Because remember, the scripture says, well, the Lord says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. How do you think it's going to be bathed in heaven? That ICBM is going to be flying through the skies. After it hits that point in the sky, and then that's when it's going to drop and hit its designated target. So yeah, man, the stars of heaven is real. It's real. Talking about the ICBMs. Onto the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Yeah. And this is going to move islands, man. I'm going to move islands and mountains. Easy. 360 kilotons, 24 times that of the bomb dropped by the U.S. on Hiroshima. That's insane, man. So that's how it's going to play out. The Lord is telling you about it. And bombs like this are going to make it happen. So the Lord is not lying. The Lord is a power that cannot lie, man. He cannot lie. He's bound to his word. He's telling you the truth. And everything is coming to pass, man. Everything is coming to pass. The Lord wasn't lying. Yahushua is the same today. Yahushua is the same yesterday. Yahushua is the same forever. That's Hebrews 13 and 8. And people are sleeping on that, man. Lord is for real. He's the real deal. Yahweh Bashem Yoshai is the real deal. He is truly a power of his word. Keep playing with him. Keep pushing him. So this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of calamities that are going to happen on this earth. Main calamity being nuclear destruction. But somehow, some way, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai, the whole earth is going to rebound after that. A lot of people are going to die, but mankind will still be here, starting with the Israelites. And that's because of the elect. So I'm just bringing this out just to like put it in your mind that it's really all about the elect. If the elect was not on this earth, everybody would be extinct by now. For real. Real talks. And that's why the days are being shortened as well. Time is flying out here. It feels like 2020 was yesterday. Because time is moving fast. And that's for the elect's sake. Time is moving fast. And real soon, prophecy is going to play out. And we're definitely in the time of thermonuclear destruction. So I hope that makes sense. I just thought of Matthew 24, verse 22. Let me get Isaiah 54 and 16. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. And it reads, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. That smith is going into the modern day scientist. These scientists are the ones that are creating these warheads and these thermonuclear bombs. They're in the lab and they're splicing the atom. And those scientists back then, going back to the Manhattan Project, they paved the way. They paved the way for all these nuclear bombs that you see now coming about. Bombs like these. The B61, a scientist was behind this, and it was inspired by those physicists that were behind the Manhattan Project. You see? So that's that smith. I'll read it again. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. Yeah, they split the atom. Because them nuclear bombs is just concentrated energy. Concentrated energy. That energy is so dense. And they figured out how to contain it in a bomb, man. That's serious. And that bringeth forth, I don't know the science behind it. I can't go into detail about that. But that's amazing. The Lord gave them the wisdom on the left-hand side to build that device. And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Yeah, reminds you of Esau's name, Ishashwa. Wasted away is he. And you're going to waste yourself with your own weapon. And your blessing is your own curse, because you are blessed with the sword. When you go into the book of Genesis, by the sword thou shalt live. Yeah, and you're going to take your life while doing it, while making a living. Verse 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. Yeah, and that's going into the elect. No weapon that is formed shall destroy the elect, because they're in the right spirit, and they're calling upon the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They will be saved. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and the strength of thy salvation. That goes right along with the Lord putting a hedge over you. You elect men and women that are out there, and children. The Lord is with you. Let me get another one. This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He has a short time. And he knows he's not going to win. So if he can't have it, nobody can have it. That's why he's going to drop them bombs. If I can't have control, I'm going to just destroy everything so nobody can have it. And that's what them bombs are going to do. They're going to wipe everything out. They are going to wipe everything out. Yeah, so woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Woe unto you. And he's going to come down having great wrath. And this bomb is going to destroy a lot of people. It's going to destroy a lot of people. And you really can't go head to head with this guy, man. This guy has nukes. He has nukes. He has killer robots. He has drones. All types of weapons in his arsenal, man. How do you go up against a guy like this? You need divine intervention. You need Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You need Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And that's pursuing to Ezekiel 9:4. That seal is going into that mark of exemption, which is the thawa. That's what it means in the Hebrew. Mark of exemption. And the elect is being sealed, starting with the men. That sign, that cry for all the abominations that are being done on this earth. So it's really about the elect. That's why I read earlier in Matthew 24 and 22 that it's for the elect's sake. The only reason why this earth exists is really because of the elect. And I can say that pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. Because Ezra was complaining to the Lord, hey, haven't you called Yasha Allah your only begotten, your firstborn? You made the world for our sakes. So when you read that, you know that this earth is not going to be totally destroyed. Mankind won't go extinct. Because you read that scripture. That's found in 2nd Ezra, 6th chapter. Also the one that's found in Jeremiah, I think it's Jeremiah 31 or Jeremiah 30. Going into the ordinances as well. Man is going to always dwell on this earth, starting with the Israelite man. But it's all about the elect being sealed. Hey, when the elect is sealed, that's when that destroying wind is going to happen. Thermonuclear destruction is going to happen when the elect is sealed. That's when judgment is going to happen. Boom. That big bomb. So yeah, that's all I got, man. I hope this was edifying. This is Nuke Watch number 2. Lord willing, I make more Nuke Watches in the future. Till next time, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor due unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaChadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of GMS that do rule on, that do teach on, that have taught me this truth. To you I say shalom and shalom unto the whole elect. Kwame Shalom and Abad Babal.